is KRQE News 13 with Dick Niffing and Erica Ruiz.
A very secret, well-guarded vault sits in the mountains of northern New Mexico, one that very few people know about.
It's a vault that's sacred to the Church of Scientology. So what's in that vault and why is it such a secret? News 13's Kim Baez has been finding out.
John Travolta, Leah Remini, Catherine Bell, Kirstie Alley, Jenna Elfman. These are reportedly the most famous faces of Scientology. Well, aside from Tom Cruise, of course.
Have you ever felt this way before?
Who could forget this jumping on the couch incident on Oprah? Cruise so in love with Katie Holmes, something he attributes to Scientology.
There's things in my life in Scientology and tools that I've spoken of before that I apply to my life.
The first major religion to be created in the 20th century. The man behind it, the author who brought the world Battlefield Earth and other sci-fi thrillers. L. Ron Hubbard taught his followers that man has lived through many past lives and is immortal. And in order to be happy, a person must deal with bad spirits and memories of past traumas. All those teachings are being preserved and stashed right here in New Mexico.
This thing is built into the face of a rock.
Few people have been inside.
The compound is very secluded and hidden. To get to it, you have to drive nearly an hour outside of Las Vegas through miles upon miles of barren pasture land. You then drive through some mountain areas and then several miles of winding, dusty dirt roads. At the end of the county road sits 40 private acres, and visitors say several miles beyond this sits a massive, lavish compound.
And this vault. It may look like a house, but if you look closely, you see the secret it conceals.
The actual vault area is built up into the side of the mountain.
Las Vegas Police Chief Tim Gallegos is one of very few non-Scientologists to go inside. He toured the vault 12 years ago.
If I remember correctly, it was about 300 feet deep at that time.
The things he saw haven't faded from his memory.
They have CD. They're using some special paper that they're actually printing this on. It's got special ink and it's supposed to last forever. There were titanium plates and some other things.
All this, Gallegos says, is used to preserve the teachings and writings of L. Ron Hubbard. The paper, similar to that used for money, and the titanium plates. They were actually inscribed, like
yes,
etched.
Like etched, exactly. And they had a process of doing it.
And the boxes they're stored in, also titanium.
They were a little bit larger than maybe a case of paper, a box of paper. And all of these things were put in there, and they had special screws and a special way of actually sealing the box. They had these things lined up. I want to say they're probably 4 or 5 feet tall, and I don't remember how many containers actually fit on 3 shelves of these mobile racks that they were wheeling them in.
Well, it's very unique. It's very unique.
San Miguel County Manager Les Montoya has not been allowed in the vault, but has visited the compound twice, and he's learned the story behind it.
We asked the question why, how the facility was located in San Miguel County, and they said they went through a series of questions and concerns regarding future of the Earth, basically. And as they looked at maps throughout the world, they figured that this was one of the areas that met all of their requirements, and so they set up shop there.
One thing that can't be seen from a ground tour is this symbol within the trees, which Sky Ranger videotaped from the air. It's a symbol that can be seen all the way from space. We haven't been able to determine what the symbol means to believers, but we do know it's a registered trademark of the Church of Spiritual Technology, a branch of Scientology which actually owns the New Mexico property. This very same symbol shows up at a similar compound in California. Do you know that this compound even existed here?
No.
When you ask around Las Vegas, few people know of the secret vault. When they find out...
Wow.
Did you know this existed?
No, I did not. Well, now I do.
Those who do know have their own theories.
My opinion is right now is it's individuals that have a strong belief in what Mr. Hubbard pressed on, and they're willing to put a lot of energy and effort and resources into preserving what his beliefs were.
Being a police officer, of course, you're right away, you're suspicious, because the first question is, why are they here? Why are they spending so much money here, and what are they doing? But with that being said, I didn't see anything that would lead me to believe that they were doing anything than what they said they were doing.
Most people do agree this small, historic New Mexico town seems an unlikely place for a science fiction-like religion of the future.
I would say it's like putting this country guy in the middle of some fancy dinner in California someplace, you know.
We were denied permission to visit the vault when we put our story together. However, church representatives today offered us a chance to go inside if we agreed to cancel tonight's story. We declined. Back to you.
Thank you, Kim. And we want to apologize for that interruption at the top of Kim's story. The cable broadcasting network, for some reason, chose that exact moment to do a system-wide emergency broadcast test. What you missed is some of the faces, the famous faces attached to Scientology. John Travolta, Leo Remini, Kirstie Alley, Jenna Elfman, and Tom Cruise, of course. We're told there are about between 200 and 250 Scientologists living here in New Mexico. Most of them are not affiliated with a remote mountain compound, but rather with a church here in Albuquerque. Today's KRQE.com question asked if you consider Scientology a religion. 7% of those voting said yes, 90% said no, and 3% aren't sure.